Nay, I think
Yeah,
so. I'll be quiet.
yeah,
But
we got
it's
name. Yeah, let me get Q and then Mr. White.
Yeah, I think it's most definitely a fucking red flag.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like
Yeah,
that. Shit like that. Shit
yeah.
like that.
Well, first
Wow.
thing I do is take Bub out of the conversation because you're the rarity, the exception. I say this all the time to you niggas. Y'all different. So we're not talking about you. We talking about most people and
Thank
most men. And most men being raised by a single mom is gonna have some fucking issues. 9 times out of 10. He's going to be fucked up in some way. Whether he's emotionally fragile, whether he's fucking doesn't have emotional intelligence, whether he's a fucking mama's boy, whether he got bitch made qualities like gossiping and all that other shit. They because you're basically the byproduct in some way of your surroundings, and people always say, well, that's not true. You could try to deviate from it, but what you're around does have influence on you to some extent. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have natural innate qualities as a man, but you got to have the full package. And somebody mentioned something about strength. I think it was him. You also got to have mental strength and emotional strength. And I think that when you are raised in a household with a single mom, there's a risk that you don't have that. And it goes back to that discipline piece. If you have people talking to you since you was a child in a way that's very loving and nurturing, because that's an innate quality of a woman, is to be very nurturing. The world, you won't be able to handle certain shit in the world. Somebody says something to you and it's like, what the fuck? Like, I can't handle that shit. But when you have somebody who talks into you, who builds you up internally, emotionally, mentally, with a certain structure, a certain discipline in that, you're gonna turn out with more fortitude. And so to kind of counter Mary's point, excuse me, I think more discipline does have a better impact. Because when you think about the word discipline, I think you're referring to the word punishment. So the greater punishment your parent may give you doesn't necessarily make you a better person. But I think if you have more discipline, there's no fucking way you could go wrong with more discipline. So that's just me, but y'all carry on.
What's up, Mr. White?
Yo, I agree with Q, yo. I Q. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Mark this date. Mark this date. No.
What's the date?
I don't know, Mark.
The
I'm like,
20th,
oh shit, Q.
12/20.
Q. Yeah, but I definitely agree with Q. I was looking at it from a different perspective too, just in terms of the discipline thing, like she was saying, but it also matters having like responding in terms of like authority too, right? Like I have somebody who looks like me, who's bigger than me, who's stronger than me, who when they're disappointed in me is going to make me move a certain way. And because I didn't have my dad there was nobody to check me, right? Nobody checked me. Then I had the squad him. Oh, we were the biggest. So since like freshman year, nobody ever checked us, right? And so as a result, while I am successful, I lack so much discipline. I got 7 kids. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy. So I lack crazy discipline. And I think had I had a father around, I think I would have learned more from that. I would have wanted to be like him, me making him proud of me, right? And so I didn't have that. My mom couldn't check me after 8th grade, yo. You know what I'm saying? So after that, it was not really much that nobody can do. There was no fear. And so even now, I struggle to submit to certain things. You know what I'm saying? To even be open to when people telling me things, to be open to receive things. And then when you look at like Hemp was talking about people going to jail, like all of these products of men growing up in single women homes or just being raised by their mom, like that matters, right? So it's not even just the discipline, it's just somebody being there that looks like us, that can check us, that can mold us. And with us not having that thing filled, all types of things can come from it. So I wouldn't say a red flag. I like yellow flag because yellow just means, hey, stop, pause, and see how this thing has impacted this person, because it's definitely impacted them one way or another. Whether they go the complete opposite, like Bub saying, "Hey, I see it, I stay completely away from it," or "Nah, this is what I seen, this is what I know. I'm stuck in this. This is how I'm gonna move."
Adrian, question: would you recommend your daughters date a man that comes from a single parent house with his mom's? If you had to choose, if you could choose.
I don't think it'll matter because either way they gotta go through me. And niggas be soft too. You know, niggas be getting married and happy wife, happy life, so they not even real men anyway. So they still got to go through me, so it don't matter.
Okay, let me change the hypothetical. Let's say you were
Okay.
unavailable.
Yeah, give it a 2-parent joint. Give them a 2-parent joint. Definitely.
Yeah, that would be my recommendation for
Yep.
my daughters.
Let me
Adrian
just
just
say,
confirmed something I said, but go ahead.
let me say this to the actual question.
Mm.
So it was about being raised by a single mom. I didn't speak on having a 2-parent household. So with that regard, it's a lot of fucked up niggas out here with 2-parent households too. And somebody mentioned something
Thank
about
you.
B
not having
mentioned
a
it, but
positive,
Ham said no.
not having a positive male model.
Well, yeah, we ain't really talking about that, but
So
we
Yeah.
do
no,
we
no,
do
no,
know
no.
the stats.
No,
Though.
let me land. You know
No,
why? You know why I'm
no,
gonna say that?
no,
No, we up here
no,
co-signing niggas talking about
no.
a
We
dad
just
in
I
the house.
asked him a specific question because he got
No,
daughters.
we up here co-signing shit with niggas saying a dad in the house and all this other shit. And no, if it was brought up, I'm speaking on it.
No,
So
first
yes,
off,
yes,
here's
yes.
here's what you got to
So nah, that's
understand.
because that's bullshit.
We didn't bring it up, right? I asked him a specific question,
But when
but if you
everybody else
answer the
spoke
if
on
you
it,
answer
some
the
shit, you
question,
talk.
because here's what you got to understand. I let it go a little bit. I didn't let it go with Asia and B, but then there was a bunch of sums and it comes this time and then that time. That shit be bullshit. We understand that both a single parent home could be fucked up or not,
Mhm.
like with Terrence or Bub or Adrian to an extent, or it could be the opposite. So we understand that already. We know that you can come from a 2-parent home and be fucked up. We just talking about this because the statistics also back this more in terms of it being negative.
I just don't think it should be an automatic red flag raised by a single parent when you don't even know the situation or the circumstance within the home. You just automatically assume because he was raised with both parents, he's a good, upstanding citizen. That is a false, and you should not automatically give someone that pass automatically.
Right, but
That's crazy.
right,
I
if
like the
you
yellow
listen to
flag that
what
Mr. White
hold on,
said.
but if you listen to what we're saying, right, and even that's why I said a yellow flag.
I
And
like
I don't know the exact statistics, but if the statistics say if a man raised by a single mom is more likely to go to jail or be incarcerated, right? If that's what evidence is showing, and I had to choose, why would I not choose both parents? Because it automatically placed them to be set up to not go down that rate. I mean, down that road.
It
So
just sounds
that's
like
all we're saying.
y'all put y'all walls down so quick because this nigga's got both parents in his house. He couldn't even probably articulate or communicate well. He might treat her like trash because he
His
got a
father
bunch
did.
of hoes, whatever. I'm just saying, like, don't let your walls down so quick because this nigga came from a 2-parent house.
But the thing is, how are we
Well, I'm
letting our
saying,
walls?
or give her a red flag on the
But we're
opposite.
not. But I think you're taking it as if we're saying, oh, if this person is coming from a 2-parent household, I would be more likely to let this man date my daughter versus somebody who
You
did.
just said that to him because he sat there and asked you.
Listen, because Hamp said that was the only thing you had to go by. He didn't say you could consider everything else. He's literally just giving you 2 options.
Because he
So
put
of course,
hold on, and y'all do it every single time.
I can't let me hold on. You gotta let me finish. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Calm down, love. Show some love. Show some love. So now, in Hamp's thing, when he's doing this, he's literally just giving you 2 things to make a decision off of, right? Now, had I had more, of course, I'm not going to be able to make a decision in the real world just based off of that. I'm gonna look at how he moving, as he disciplined. I'm gonna look at all of those things. But in his scenario, if road A 30 leads to a percentage of dying 30% more of the time, and road B doesn't, I'm gonna take road B. And I think that's why communication sometimes can be so difficult because given like the facts, y'all will still struggle to pick road B, even though this way has been proven to be worse.
Yeah. What you was gonna say, Q? Go ahead.
Yeah, that red flag. Now I gotta stick with that because Yellow to me is like when you think about yellow, like ain't nobody stopping at no fucking yellow. So that red
No,
flag,
you're slowing down. You're
right?
pausing.
The fuck is you slowing down for? Make an observation. You got to stop to do that. So that's a red flag. I mean, it sounded cute when Mr. White said it, but y'all, and this is why women be getting finessed. Y'all gotta fucking pay attention.
I agree.
He said some smart dumb shit. It's a red flag. Stop.
It can,
motherfucker.
but it can be a red flag to an extent, not always. Like somebody, I forgot who was saying it, but sometimes depending, it could be where they go the right way.
But how is it a red flag?
No, so but I think it goes down to. But I agree with you, Q.
Dismissing
but the only reason
the person.
No, I agree with you, Q, in terms of it being a red flag based on how you define it. I was only saying red flag because typically people will say, "Oh, if they have a red flag, that means don't deal with them at all." Versus get stopped. So based off of how you're defining it, I'm aligned with you once again. Team Q.
And I appreciate it, but I could care less at the same time. But I appreciate you. But
you said what?
Wow.
Wait, you said what?
No, he's trying to point out.
He gave you a compliment and played you at the same time.
And dumbed it down.
That's crazy though, right? Like even when you agree with somebody for being right, you get shot.
That's the point I'm trying to prove.
But why it doesn't? It's not the point. It's not the point of. I'm not agreeing with you because it mattered to you. I don't care if you like me or not. Like I'm not. Oh, let me agree with you to get on your good side. Like I'm saying, hey, you made a valid point, and I'm acknowledging that. Hey, I agree with you. That's something that you shot at me for.
Nah.
How you take a shot at me for agreeing with you?
I forgot.
Like, hey, you said something I agree with you. Nah, that don't mean nothing to me.
I'm my fault.
I'm hurt, man. I'm out, y'all. I'm out for the night, y'all. Y'all have a good night, y'all.
Oh, his feelings are hurt.
I know, but the red flag. So here we go. So yeah, exactly. So then you got to just observe that shit. And so yeah, I'm not saying like because everybody's kind of feeling like, well, not everybody, but most people on the panel feeling like, oh, a red flag means you throw the whole person away, and that's wrong. That's not what a red flag really is, in my opinion. It's like, okay, you stop and you observe that bitch. Not if you understand that this man has been raised by a single mom, wait for it.
I said that though. I said that. I said you pause a little bit.
Okay.
Listen, bro. You pause with me, you're gonna miss out on some good shit. I'm telling you that right now.
Because something might appear later on. Like you never know. Mr. White just said it.
Not even
himself.
Not even later on. We've been on this podcast for 47 minutes, and already Adrian does show up with some sensitivity. So it don't take that long.
Word.
Yo.
So I'm sensitive now.
Word.
I don't think I'm that sensitive.
Listen, that's a whole other topic. But I think any child being raised by a single mom has the potential to be fucked up. Yeah. We all a little fucked up, but that's not the topic. So that's a whole other topic.
Yeah,
I'm a little fucked up.
Yeah. I think you got to consider things. If things are less likely in a particular construct, or more likely with a particular construct, you'd be a fool not to guide your kids to one that is less likely to give them less hurdles. I mean, if you saying, oh, he could be a hero, like, nah, bro, that's not how shit actually works. People come from fucked up situations and they be fucked up too. Mm-hmm. The ones that make it out, we know about them. That's for a reason. They're always a hero story. Because there's a lot that shit just don't happen. I don't know, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Do me a favor, hit the like button right now if you can. Definitely share the channel. We out.